How to purchase a house if you're trying to time the market and things to consider. And there's one extra thing I think that's worth mentioning. Hey, how's it going? It's Zap Martin with the Martin Group, and I made a video a little while ago talking about the market and trying to time the real estate market when you're purchasing a house and the things to keep in mind. There's one additional thing I wanted to talk about that I think was worth making a small video about. So I'm going to draw the diagram I had before, which the market goes something like this. It goes up, it comes down, it goes up again, it comes down, it goes up, right? And we know that around 2007, things looked like here. Around 2010, they were down here. And around 2019, 20-ish were around here. So I talked about, if you buy in 2019 and, it goes up and down and up, as long as you're holding the property for a while, all of this space here is going to be equity, right? Which is great. And that's cool from a purchase standpoint. But one thing that I wanted to mention is interest rates. Now, if interest rates in 2019 are at, we'll call it 4%, and you're waiting to buy till the market crashes, let's say the market crashes in 2022. I'm making up numbers, I'm not a prophet, I don't know when it's gonna go down or up, but let's say it's 2022. But let's say interest rates in 2022 are at 6%, that 2% difference over the course of a 30-year fixed loan could be about $200,000. So unless the crash, so let's say let's even make this more fun. Let's say that here in 2020, we're at the peak of the market and you mess up and buy at the peak of the market, but your interest rate's 4%. And you buy we'll use super easy math, $100,000 house. Your interest rate's at 4%, and then your best friend waits till the market crashes and buys in 2022 at 6%. Well, again, the difference between these two over 30 years could be upwards of a couple $100,000. So if the market would have to crash to zero for you, basically, or if we'll make this a more realistic number, let's say this is $500,000 and the market crashes a full-on 20%, right? And now it's down to 400,000. But again, the difference in that $100,000 over 30 years, you're still winning at 4% interest rate instead of your friend at 6% interest rate, even though they're buying at the bottom of the market. So I'm bringing this up because it's not simply just the purchase price of the house you need to consider. It's what your interest rate and the current interest rate will be at the time you're purchasing the house. And right now, interest rates being 3.5%, 4-ish% is way low over the course of 20, 30, 40 years of time. If you look backwards, 4% is way, way low. There's been as high as 18% and I think as low as like 2.5%. So that 4% number is really good. So personally, I'm looking to buy based on not just where the market is, but interest rates as well, especially if you're gonna get a loan. So keep that in mind when you're buying a house. As always, if you have questions, let me know. Love to chat about real estate and finances.